Just 1 second, be with you in a minute. Okay, I'm alright. Okay, Shalom, it's the I.S.U.P.K, the Thursday class in the UK. I'm Officer Karafia from the I.S.U.P.K in the UK, doing the class today. And you know what I mean? Our job's here to teach a black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, according to the Bible, you are the real Jews, man. You know what I mean? Black people are caught up in Christianity, Egyptology, all types of doctrines and philosophies, Rastafarianism, Islam, you know what I mean? The list goes on, man. And according to the Bible, all the things are false. All the things are false, man. Listen, the condition of the black man's in the Bible, man. You want to know why black people are on drugs, on the bottom, in slavery, impoverished, poverty, drugs, crack cocaine, gangs, post-Cold War, and knife crime. A lot of things happen to black people, man. And you should have questions. If you want to get these questions answered, you need to come to the I.S.U.P.K, man. All these answers and questions are in the Bible. They're all in the Bible. You won't find it in the Quran. Nowhere in the Quran would it say why black people went into slavery on ships, man. Nowhere in the Quran would it say why black people hate each other, man. Nowhere in the Bible would it say why black on black crime so high. Nowhere in the Bible, nowhere in the Quran, Salakia, would it say why, single parent homes are all-time high, man. You won't find it in the Quran. You know why? Because the Quran ain't a book for black people, man. You don't have the solution for black people. You don't have the remedy for black people, but the Bible does. The Bible is not a white man's book, man. Black people are all throughout this Bible. All throughout this Bible, black man, it's about you and how you should live your life, man. And how you should live and how you shouldn't live. And the things that will happen to you if you don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And what to do to get out of this hole, man. The Lord puts in a hole, a dark, black hole. The Lord puts in darkness, man. But the good news is this, black man, we don't have to remain in darkness, man. The Lord made it in a way that we don't have to remain in darkness. We can bounce back, man. All you got to do is change. All you got to do is change. You're a black man having tattoos. Get no more, man. If you're a black man killing black people for money and drugs, do it no more, man. If you're a black man taking drugs, do it no more. If you're a black man selling drugs, do it no more, man. That's all the Lord asks from you, man. The Lord puts us in this condition, and we can't get out of it. Why? Because we ain't serving the Lord. What do black people do? When we're in this condition, listen, I've been around a long time, man. Long enough anyway, and all I've been hearing all my life is what we should do. And no one ain't got the answers, man. I've heard it all. No, what we need is more CCTV cameras, man. No, what we need is more youth centers. No. We need more role models, man. And none of these things work, man. We need more black men doing this. We need more black shops. We need more this. None of it will work. You know why? Because the Lord puts us in this predicament. And no matter what you do, if the Lord is on your side, it won't work, man. I'm going to show you who made black people poor. I'm going to show you who put black people in poverty, man. I'm going to show you who put black people on drugs. The Lord did it. And with the Lord, let me tell you something about God. No matter what you can do, if the Lord is on your side, it won't work, man. I don't care what you do. If God is on your side, it would not work. And in 2019, God is not on our side, black man. He isn't on our side. And what's the proof, man? We're dying. We're in the streets. We're dead. Killed by the police. Mark Duggan, Rashawn Charles, Trayvon Martin. Single parent homes, a lot, man. Why is that? Because the Lord is on our side, man. And there's only one way to get the Lord on your side, and that's to serve him, man. Let me get Isaiah 42 and 24. One second. Isaiah 42 and 24. And it reads, who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? So, Isaiah's asking a question here, man. Israel and Jacob. Jacob was a man which all black people come from, man. Jacob was one man that had wives, man, 4 wives. And he had children with them wives, man. And them children became the 12 tribes of Israel, man. And they had children, and they had children. And them children became what you see as blacks and Hispanics today, Caribbeans today, the Negroes in America today, Brazilians today, Guatemalans today, Asherites, Puerto Ricans. Them children, man. And the Bible said, who gave them children and blacks, Hispanics that you see suffering in the ghetto, man? Who gave them to the robbers, man? Who gave them to the white man to rape and rob and to work for free in the Caribbean, to work for free in Puerto Rico, to work for free in the islands, slaughter in England, man? Who gave Jacob to the slaughter, man? Who gave Jacob to the robbers, Salakia? Let me read it again. Who gave Jacob for a spoil? You know what spoil means? Spoil means to rob, to steal from, man. And Isaiah's asking a question. Who did this, man? Who is the reason why black people are in the ghetto today, man? Who's the reason why black people are on drugs, man? Who's the reason why black people don't know their own last name? They got another man's surname for their surname. Who did that, man? Who robbed them of their heritage, man? Who is the reason why black people are robbed of their heritage? Who is the reason why black people are robbed of their identity? Who is the reason why black men are robbed of their language? Black men, you don't even know your language, man. You don't even know your own language. Black people speak in Spanish, man. Black people in Haiti speak French. Black people in England speak English. In Jamaica speak English. Why? Because the slave master whipped them and forced them to speak English, man. Who did this? Who is the cause of this, man? Why did this happen? That's what Isaiah wants to know. And Israel to the robbers. There you go. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, man. Who gave Israel to the robbers, man? Who is the reason why black people don't know the surname? Who robbed us of our nationality, man? Who robbed us of our culture? Who robbed us of our wealth? Who robbed us of our labor? The white man robbed us of our labor, man. We was working in the Caribbean, man, 12-hour shifts and didn't get a penny for it, man. Worked in the cotton fields, man, didn't get a penny for it, man. Worked in the cane fields, didn't get a penny for it, man. Shalom Magawa. Shalom Shabaya Allah. And Shalom Stephanie Issachar. You know, who robbed us for this, man? That's what Isaiah wants to know. Did not the Lord? See it there? Isaiah answered it, man. The Lord did this. Saying, did not the Lord do this? Who gave Israel for the robbers, man? Who gave black people to be robbed and spoiled and be oppressed, man? The Lord did it, man. Isaiah said, did not the Lord do this? And black man, the Lord did this to us, man. And that's why we can't get out of it. That's why we've tried all the remedies, man. We've tried it, man. We've tried, you know, we need more black role models. No, we need more schools. We need more black businesses. No, we need more of this. We need more of that. We need this and this and this. And we tried it all and it don't work, man. Because the Lord is on our side. When the Lord is on your side, nothing can work. Nothing. I don't care what you do. From God is on your side, you can't prosper, man. Did not the Lord he against whom we have sinned? And that's why the Lord did it to us. Why? Because we sinned against him, man. Against he who we have sinned, and we sinned against him, the Most High. The Lord said, don't eat pork. And what do our people do? We're going to eat pork. It's like, you know, sound. Shalom from Maryland. Let me see if we can hear some sound. 1 minute. Yeah, Carney works fine. But what you might want to just refresh your page or something, car. Sounds working to well from my side. Let me check the Facebook real quick. Just 1 second. Carl, you might want to refresh your page because we're Tawab on this side. All right. So I read it again. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord he against whom we have sinned? And that's the reason why we're in this predicament, man. We sinned against the Most High. He did it to us, man. He did it to us. The Lord's like a father. The Lord ain't like a mother, man. Get that out of your mind. In the Christian church, they think God's your mom. Well, you know, God will forgive you. Well, you know, God knows no one. No one's perfect. That's not God. God is a father, man. And your father's nothing like your mom. Your mom's very forgiving, man. Your mom, you know, she'll beat you and hug you later on. You know, she'll let it go. She'll hug you and, oh, you know, nothing, you know, ain't that bad. But your father, he don't play that, man. And the Lord's our father, man. And the Lord don't play that neither. We wanted to be homosexuals. The Lord kicks us out of our land, man. The Lord watched us die in slavery, man. The Lord watched us die in Brooklyn and Bronx and in Kingston and all over the globe, man. Why? Because the Lord's our father, man. He don't play that. I like a good father. When you love your children, you beat them, you chastise them. And what you're seeing is black people chastise, man. That's what you're seeing today. And the Lord's doing it so we will turn to him. What's the problem? We don't want to turn to him, man. The more the Lord beats us, we try to find another way out of it. We try to say, well, we're getting beaten by the Lord, but let's try Islam. Let's try Islam to get out of our oppression, man. Let's vote. Let's join the army. That's a problem. We need more black people voting, man. I've heard all these solutions and they don't work, man. There's one solution that will work, and that is to serve the Most High, man. I'm gonna show you that again. Only one solution that will work, and that serves the Most High, man. 1 second. Shalak, yes, 1 second. Shalak, yeah. Okay, so Hosea 5:15. This is what you got to do, black man. Take the Lord on your side, man. As I just read, the Lord's against us, man. That's the reason why we're on the bottom, not because we're dumb. Leave it to the white man. The white man will say, "Oh, because their IQs are low. Black people ain't that smart. What is black people this, black people that?" Listen, the reason why we're on the bottom is because the Lord put us here, man. Don't listen to your, the oppressor. Don't listen to your leaders. It's got nothing to do with black people being dumb or black people being this or with that. The Lord did this to us. That's why we can't get out of it, man. We've tried it all. We've voted. We've marched. We've protested. We got black role models, man. How much black celebrities do we have? How much more rappers do we need, man? How much more singers and dancers do we need, man? But it ain't working. Why? Because the Lord is not on our side, man. Don't let them listen to you, man. Listen to the Bible. And the Bible said, black man, you need the Lord on your side. You're tired of crack cocaine. You come in the I.S.U.P.K, man. Stop selling that. When you stop selling crack cocaine, you're one less person that's ruining someone's lives, man. And if everyone done that, then guess what? There'll be no black men on the park bench, man. Outside the bookies, man. Outside the off license. But everyone wants to try another way. Nobody wants to change, man. No, everyone wants change, but they don't want to change. Everyone's sick of black on black crime, but they don't want to be the one to put the gun down. Everyone's like, when is it going to stop, man? This is going to stop. When's going to be an end to this, man? It stops when you put the drugs down, man. It stops when you're the one who's not a crack addict no more. It stops when you stop selling crack. That's when it starts, man. But everyone's in the Christian church, and the Christian church don't require change, man. They tell you no one's perfect. But God knows you're dealing with stuff. God knows you ain't perfect. No one wants to change, man. And that's what's wrong with black people. That's what's wrong with the black community. Nobody wants to change. Everyone wants change, but they don't want to be the one to change, man. It's Hosea 5:15. Again. And I went to my place. And this is the Lord speaking, man. The Lord said, listen, I'm going to return to my place. And what you see in these ghettos, man, what you see in Aston, Handsworth, Bronx, Brooklyn, Kingston, Portmore, that's the Lord left us, man. He's returned to his place. He left us. Once upon a time, we was blessed by the Most High, and the Lord was with us, man. There was no such thing as crack cocaine. There was no such thing as drugs in our neighborhoods. There was no such thing as a crack epidemic. No such thing as single parent homes. No such thing as, cupboards empty and bare, man. The Lord was with us, man. He was with us, and now the Lord's against us. He returned to his place, he left us. If somebody returns to the place, it means they've left you, man. The Lord left us. All you got to do is look at your window, man. Look at your window. Go to your if you're a black man, you live in the black area, go to your local bookies, man. Just go there, man. And see if you see a black man out there on the park bench begging for change, man. See if you see a black man out there on drugs, man. See if you see a black man out there with his hair all nappy and, almost turned to dreads, man. And you know why that is? Because it's so fascinated with drugs. It's so fascinated with getting the next hit. He don't even care about his appearance no more, man. All you got to do is take a trip, circle your area, man, and see a woman pushing a pram by herself, man. Go to HMP prison, man, and see it filled with black people behind bars, man. Go to the council estate and see it crammed with black people in the council estate. Go to the go to the job center, man, full of black people, man. Go to the AIDS ward and go to the graveyard as well. And under the ground is full of the bones of black people, man. And why? Because the Lord's left us, man. The Lord said, I will return to my place. The Lord's turned his back on us, man. Left us, man. And I will return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. And that's the good thing, man. The Lord said, I'm going to leave them. I'm going to let them suffer until they acknowledge their offense. And what's the offenses, man? What's the offenses? The offenses are the one when you break the law, statute, and commandments, man. Until we acknowledge them. Acknowledge means to recognize them, man. And that's what our job is to do at the I.S.U.P.K, to make you recognize black men what you're doing wrong. Because thanks to the church, thanks to the mosque, thanks to Rastafarianism, black man, you ain't got a clue what you're doing wrong, man. If you're a Rasta man, you think it's okay to smoke weed, man. You're sinning against God, and that's why you get cancer, man. That's why you walk up and down the street wheezing. But the Rastas have the most worst lungs, man, wheezing, heart problems. And the Lord's telling you, listen, you shouldn't be smoking this, man. And the Lord sends an I.S.U.P.K out there so you know your offenses, man. And the Lord wants you to acknowledge your offense and go, you know what, I'm gonna stop smoking weed, man. and then the Lord will bless you, man. The Lord wants all you whores out there, listen to Cardi B, walk around half naked, man. So you know what? I'm a daughter of God, man. I shouldn't be walking around half naked, man. Breasts all out. Went to all 4 carnivals, and I'm gonna stop doing this, man. I'm gonna start dressing a whore, I'm gonna start being a whore, man, and acknowledge it and change your life, man. The Lord wants you to see, you know what? I'm ruining families, man. I'm a black man selling drugs and weed and crack cocaine, man. You know what? The brothers at the I.S.U.P.K, they're right, man. You know what? I acknowledge what I've done, man. I've taken it on board, man. I'm gonna stop doing that. And then the Lord will return unto us. Right now, the Lord's left us, but He said He will return back to us if we acknowledge our transgressions. And we're transgressing against God, man. Heavy, man. Heavy. Black people are taught from the womb to transgress God. From your black man born, number one, you're told just to do whatever you want, man. You're told to be a Christian. You're told to be a Muslim. Whatever God your mom serves, that's what you serve. You're told to celebrate your birthday. You're told to have tattoos, man. You're told to do whatever you want, man. From we leave the womb, we've been taught to transgress God, man. We've been taught to pick any religion we want. Just go and study, man. Any religion that tickles your fancy, go join it, man. Go be a Muslim, man. Go put a kufa in your head, man. Go do what you want, man. And black man, you can't do that, man. You got rules that you must live by. And all these religions are transgressing God. If you're a black man celebrating your birthday, you are transgressing God, man. It's against the Bible. You're a black man celebrating Christmas, you are going against the Bible. You're a black man celebrating Easter, you're going against the Bible, man. And the Lord is against us until we realize that, these things are wrong, man. Salakia 5:15. And seek my face. In the affliction, they will seek me early. You hear what the Lord said? The Lord said, in your affliction, you're going to seek Him early, man. That's what the Lord wants. The Lord's doing this to you on purpose, man. The Lord made your children join them gangs. The Lord made you get that phone call that, your child's dead. A stray bullet hit him. Your child's been caught in a knife attack. He did it on purpose, man. He wants you to seek. The Lord wants you to be like, oh shit, man, this is terrible, man. You know what? I'm gonna find the Lord. I'm gonna start living the life how I want to live it. I tried that, it didn't work. Now I'm gonna find out what God wants. The Lord wants that to happen. The Lord wants in your affliction to seek Him early, man. Say, where is God right now? I need Him. I need Him, man. My daughter's ran off with some white man. Oh man, what's going on? My daughter's become a whore, man. My son's just shooting people, he's doing life behind bars, man. I'm gonna go seek the Lord. I don't want no more punishment, man. I'm tired of being afflicted. I'm tired of being punished, man. That's what the Lord wants for you, black man. But what do? The more the Lord whips us, we just disobey more and more and more, man. More and more and more. Black people, the Lord showing you that, listen, you shouldn't celebrate Christmas. Black people, we're poor, man. Black people are poor, man, as it is. And we're buying Christmas gifts. And the Lord's making sure that you're broke, man, that you can't afford these gifts. But what do? Take out a loan. What do? We borrow it. We go in debt for Christmas. When a black man should say, you know what? Fuck Christmas, man. It's a lot. Excuse my language. I'm not celebrating Christmas, man. The Lord showing you, the Lord wants you to seek Him. The Lord wants you to be afflicted, man, and be in pain and say, you know what? I'm going to seek the Lord. But it seems like the more the Lord beats us, the more and more we revolt, man. That's in Isaiah 1:20 as well. The Lord said the more He beats us, the more we revolt. The Lord has you wheezing, can't catch your breath. Every time He talk, you're coughing and everything. And what do? Smoke weed more. In fact, the weed that makes you cough, we see a man coughing. Yo, I want some of that weed right there. What's that? You smoke? What's that? I want some of that, man. You know what I mean? Again, at the Lord, in the Bible, the Lord calls us stupid children, man. That's in the Bible also. You know, the Lord wants us to return, man. You know what I mean? We get next scripture real quick. Salakia 5:15. Seek me early. No, it's done. Exodus 23:22. Any questions, man? Type them in. On topic or off topic, just type them in, man. We'll answer it, man. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing. 23. Exodus 20:22. But if thou shalt indeed obey His voice, and this is Moses speaking about the Most High, man, saying that He's speaking to all the Israelites, man. And saying, if we obey the Most High's voice, and how do you obey the Most High's voice? Do you listen like this? No, man. The Most High's words in His Bible, and you obey it by following it, man. The Lord's voice spoke to Moses and told Moses to write it down. And when you obey His voice, you follow what's written, man. And what's written in the Bible? No tattoos, no Christmas, no Easter, no birthdays. You know what I mean? No woman outside your race, man. You know what I mean? No, sleeping with whores and prostitutes. It's all in the Bible, man. And when you follow these things, you obey the Most High's voice. Christians teach you not to obey it, man. They teach you to do whatever you want. They don't outright say don't obey God, but they say, you know what? Just do what you want, man. No one's perfect. Do what makes you happy. Follow your heart, man. Follow your heart. And that's how Satan plays you, man. Satan plays you. Black man, you follow what you want and not what God wants. And the joke is, black man, you don't even know what you want, man. You don't even know what you want. You know, when you follow yourself, you know what you're following? Your emotions. And emotions change. Emotions change like the weather, man. That's why one day you can fall asleep angry and then wake up happy again. How much people fall asleep angry and then wake up saying, oh, you know what? I don't even know what I was tripping about, man. That's your emotions. You're right there following your emotions, but this guy violated me, so I'm going to kill him, man. And tomorrow, Satan played you, man. Satan made you get yourself in trouble, man. Satan convinced you, listen, this has to be done. And now, guess what? Now he's facing time in prison, man. Over nothing. In the cell thinking, you know what? This wasn't even worth it, man. This wasn't even worth it, man. Satan makes you sleep with a man's wife, man. Sleep with your brethren's wife. Convince you that, nah, man, this is the right thing to do. And tomorrow you feel upset, man, like, shit, what have I done, man? I got to look this brother in the face, man. And that's what we serve ourselves, our emotions, man. We get played by Satan all the time. But you got to follow God. God's rules are strong, they're solid. They don't move, man. They stand, man. You know what I mean? But if thou wilt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies and an adversary unto thine adversaries. You hear that, black man? The Lord said, if you obey him, he'll be an enemy to your enemy, man. And who's your enemies, man? Your enemy is the one that put drugs in your neighborhoods, man. Your enemy is the one that owns the planes that put drugs in your neighborhoods. The enemy is the one that killed Vishal and Charles dead, choked him to death, man. And no one went to prison for it. No one got punished for it. That's your enemies, man. You think if we serve the Most High, Vishal and Charles will be under the ground right now? You think if we serve the Most High, Mark Duggan will be under the ground right now? If we serve the Most High, drugs will be in our neighborhoods right now? No, man. Because these same enemies that do these things to us, these same enemies that put drugs in our neighborhoods, the same enemies that kill our children, man, the same enemies that deport the Windrush generation, the Lord will be an enemy to them, man. They wouldn't get the opportunity to do what they do to us. But what's the problem? We don't serve the Most High. Therefore, the Lord did this to us. The Lord made this happen. Go to church and they'll say, no, it was Satan. No, it was a force of darkness. No, it's evil. No, God did it, man. God did this to us. Why? Because we don't want to obey him, man. We don't want to listen to him, man. The Lord is not on our side, black man. And the thing is this, we need him on our side, man. So what are you to do, black man? Vote, march. You're supposed to get the Lord on your side. Simple as that, man. Anyone with a brain will say, listen, this ain't working for us, man. I live my life how I wanted to live it, man. I followed myself. I followed my emotion. It didn't work, man. It didn't work. Black man, you sell drugs following your emotion, man. And what happens? You end up in prison. And you come out of jail, you do it again, and you end up in prison again, and you end up shot, then you end up robbed, then you end up in prison again. When are you going to say, you know what? I'm going to stop this, man. I'm going to do what the Lord wants me to do. You're a woman out there sleeping around, hoeing around, and you got one baby father, two baby fathers, 3, 4, 5, following your emotions, man. When are you going to look and say, you know what? This ain't working for me, man. It's not working for me, man. I got to change, man. That's what we got to do, man. Your brother in and out of jail, man. You got to say, you know what? I want to serve the Most High. Because I serve my I did what made me happy. Didn't work for me. So how about we serve God, man? We join the Master Church, Episcopalian, Seventh-day Adventist, Rastafarianism, all this stuff, man. You know what Rastafarian did to the black community in the 60s? Rastafarianism in England was a big movement, man. That's why people born my age, their parents are usually Rastas, man. People born my age tend to have like what? Ethiopian names and shit, man, because their parents are Rastas. And the generation before us is destroyed, man. All these men didn't raise their kids, man. A lot of these Rastafarian, man, you see today, they tend to be in the 60s now or the 50s, man. And you see them today walking up and down Soho Road crazy, out of their mind. Why? All that weed they were smoking, man. You see them now outside the bus stop, outside the off license, man. Late at nighttime begging for change, late at nighttime harassing people, man. Why? All that weed they took, man. And these Rastas, you know, taught a good game when we were young. It was a strong movement, man. The strong movement, the unity and all that garbageness there, man. We used to go to as a child, we used to go to events with other Rasta children, man, and link up and beat the drums and, you know, every summer Carnival, have a good time. And the Rastas, it was a big move at the time. Everyone was a Rasta back then, man. Everyone had a Rasta tam on and the red, gold, and green, man. And guess what? The Lord showed that, listen, Rasta went the way. Rasta went the way, man. All the white women that all these Rasta men had sex with, man. A lot of children that are mixed, their fathers are Rastafarians, man. What happened to Empress and Black Pride and this is the Black Empress? What happened to that, man? The Lord showing that, listen, Rasta ain't the way, man. The Rastas are crazy. All the mad weed smoke. A lot of them are on drugs now. A lot of them started off with weed and now they're on heavy cocaine, man. And why? Because we followed what we wanted to do. We thought this was the way, man. We're gonna do this. Then before that, we was Christian, man. We was Christian, banging the tambourine soft and all soft. So look, man. Our kids are in gangs, man. Our kids don't even respect their parents, man. Our kids just run out the house, do what they want to do. Why? Because they're being raised by a soft, effeminate Christian father, man. How's a Christian dad with a smooth face, no masculinity in him at all, gonna raise a 16-year-old black boy, man? A 16-year-old black boy full of testosterone, man, full of anger, man, full of rage. How the 16-year-old, how the Christian gonna raise him, man? How the Christian gonna put him in his place, man? How the smooth-faced Christian gonna tell a 16-year-old black boy, listen, stay in the house, man. You're not gonna do this. How the 16-year-old Christian soft black man gonna tell a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 18-year-old black woman, or black child, black daughter, listen, shut up, man. Stay in the house. You're not wearing that, man. And because we do what we want to do, that's what we destroyed, man. Christianity don't give you the tools to fix your household, man. Religion don't give you the tools you need to fix your household. The only men that I see masculine, that got the tools, that got the courage to fix this place is men at the I.S.U.P.K, man. They're the only men that got the tools, man. With the I.S.U.P.K, we put our wives in order, man. We put our kids in order, man. We put our own brothers in check, man. So listen, what you doing, man? You can't be doing that, man. Christianity, they ain't got the tools, man. They don't have the tools. They tell you, you know what Christianity do? They tell you to pray on it, man. When you got evil thoughts in your mind, they say you pray on it. When you're feeling depressed, they tell you to pray on it. When the Bible says otherwise, man, we need action, man. Every time I go to Brixton to do a speaking, I see Christians singing and dancing, man. Trying to sing the knife crime away. Trying to sing the black on black crime rate away. We're the I.S.U.P.K, we go out there, man. We got a food program in the I.S.U.P.K. We got cans of food up to the sky like a mountain, man. Toothpaste, everything. We got a food program. You know why? Because we feed the poor, man. We do what Christ told us to do. Meanwhile, the Christian church, they tell you to pray on it, man. They say just pray on it. You're hungry right now? Yeah, just pray on it. You got evil thoughts in your mind. You hate your own people. Someone owes you some money. You want to go kill him? Just pray on it, man. Hopefully the feeling will go away. You know what I mean? Oh, you want to take cocaine still? Just pray on it, man. That's not the way. I.S.U.P.K, we tell men to be men. We teach men to fight, man. And the only one way to come off drugs, that's to fight, man. Fight it, man. Don't take it no more. Don't go to the bar no more. Wherever people are smoking cigarettes, don't go there no more. If that's going to pull you in, don't go there no more. Don't hang out with them same friends you used to hang out with, man. Don't go to the bar no more, man. Anytime you're on the bus and someone comes with a cigarette, you come off that bus, you go downstairs on the bus, man. You fight it. That's what we teach men at the I.S.U.P.K, to fight, man. We ain't soft. Now you go to the church, they tell you to cry, man. They tell you to bang a tambourine, the whole hands, And guess what you'll still be smoking cigarettes. And then because they don't give you the tools to fight cigarettes, guess what you say? Well, no one's perfect. Well, you show me a man that's perfect. See, you think you're Jesus Christ. You're in Christ. You can't judge me. You can't tell me what to do. Why? Because they ain't got the tools to fight, man. They ain't masculine enough, man. At the I.S.U.P.K is the only place I see men that's masculine, man. I've seen men at the I.S.U.P.K lose their children, man. Lose custody of their children, man. Lose stuff, lose houses, money. And they still come to class, man. Still come to camp strong. And guess what? The Lord bless them 10 times over, man. Them same men that was homeless one time ain't homeless no more. Them same men that didn't have custody of their kids got custody now. And if they don't, guess what? The Lord bless them with new children, man. Bless them with new things. Bless them with a new job, or what we call the I.S.U.P.K slavery, man. And why? Because these men were strong, man. These men fought, man. They didn't pray on it. They didn't hope things would get better. They went out there and took action. And that's what I was taught at the I.S.U.P.K too, man. Salakia. Shalom, Sister Sanja. Let me get Isaiah 14. Actually, no, before I get there, I'm get John 10. Okay, John 10 and 1. And see Jesus speaking, you know what I mean? If your own time, you can read it yourself. Verily, verily, which means surely, surely. You know how black people talk, like, yo, listen, true thing, man, or straight up. That's how black people talk. But this Bible's translated in like Shakespearean language, so you get words like verily and surely. But that's how black people talk, man. You know, black people, yo, true, listen, true thing, man. I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, is a robber. It's like, let me get 1 second. 1 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute. This is the one, yeah? Saying the one, it's the same scripture, but things in Matthew. Let me get it. All right, you know what? Yeah, it's verse 9, Salakia. I am the door. By me, if any man enter, he shall be saved. You hear that, black man? You want to be saved? It's not a problem. You want to be saved. You want to be saved from black on black crime. You want to be saved from oppression. You want to be saved from crack cocaine. You want to be saved from single parent homes. That's not a problem, man. It's not a problem. Christ, you can be saved, but you got to follow him, man. Christ said, I am the door. By me, if any man shall enter, he shall be saved. Black man, that's who you got to go to if you want to be saved, man. You can't go to Islam. You can't go to Muhammad. You can't go to Selassie. You can't go to Boris Johnson. You can't vote, man. You can't say, I'm going to do me. You got to go to Christ, man. I've seen men go to Islam. I've seen it happen, man. I've seen men go to Islam and they ain't saved, man. Black people go to Islam and black Muslims have the most crack cocaine, man. Everyone that I've ever seen sell crack cocaine is Muslim. And then they go to mosque on a Friday and try to cleanse themselves of their sins, man. All these UK rappers, man, Nines and C-Biz and Blade Brown, all them Salakia, all them are Muslim, man. The track number 1 will be about crack. Track number 2 will be about Allah, man. And track number 3 will be about hoes. God's showing you that this Islam ain't the way, man. You want salvation, you got to come to Christ. You want to be saved, black man, you can't go to the church. You can't go to the black man. We've been Christian for 400 years, man. And while we was Christian for 400 years, guess what? Guess what was here? Crack cocaine. When your grandma's grandma was a Christian, banging a tambourine, dragging you to church every Sunday, guess what was out in your ghettos, man? Black on black crime, crack cocaine, whores, you know what I mean? Police brutality. It was all there, man. So maybe Christianity ain't the way, man. That's not the way to salvation, man. I Rastafarian, man, and black people didn't get saved through that. You know what black people got through Rastafarianism? More Rasta men with white women, man. You know what we got from Rastafarianism? More cancer, man. More weed. More black men losing the psychosis over cannabis, man. More black men coughing and wheezing and going on crazy over cannabis, man. The Lord said you shall know them by their fruits. You know what that means? You shall know them by what they produce. You know an apple tree, why? Because it produces apples, man. You know an orange tree, why? Because it produces oranges. And you know Christ by all the soft men that he produces, man. But all the destroyed Christian families that he produces, man. You know Rastafarianism by every time you go to the bookies, man, and you see a Rasta man out there begging for change, man. You know Islam by all the Muslims that you see that sell crack cocaine, man. Talking about, yeah, I'm a Muslim, man. You know what I mean? My shahada, man. You know what I mean? Listen, every black Muslim I know sells crack cocaine. Every single one of them that I know sells cocaine, man. And good at it too, man. Makes a killing off it as well, man. You know what I mean? You listen to UK rap music, yo, forget about it, man. Go subscribe to Link Up TV or whatnot, man. And all them trappers talking about whip it up in the Pyrex and stuff. All of them are Muslim, man. Every single one of them. Every last one of them, man, are Muslim, man. I don't know how it works in America, but in the UK, yo, all these trap stars, man, are all Muslim. They all go to mosque on a Friday. They all fast. They all fast on during Ramadan. And as soon as the sun goes down in Ramadan, they're back to trapping again, man. Khan, I am the door. By me, if any man shall enter, so by Christ you must enter, man, not by Islam. You want to get salvation, black man, not a problem, man. You come to the I.S.U.P.K, man, and follow Christ, man. We're the men that follow Christ. Your pastor don't follow Christ, man. I ain't got to tell you again. Your pastor don't follow Christ. In the Bible, Christ ain't for all nations, man. But your pastor is. In the Bible, Christ against Christmas, man. Your pastor ain't. Christ against Easter, man. Your pastor ain't. Christ don't like black men marrying white women. Your pastor don't mind. He'll marry them. In fact, in the Bible, Christ said he don't believe in divorce, man. Your pastor will sign the divorce, man. Christ ain't for two men getting married, man. Your pastor will make two men get married, man. Make one big nasty man put a ring on the next man's finger, man. A big tough man put in a ring on the next man's finger. Your pastor's cool with that, man. Your pastor does not follow Christ, man. Come on, man. He shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pasture. You know what that? You know what pasture is? Pasture is like a green field. The Lord refers to us as a sheep, man. We call the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We're the sheep. We're meant to follow Christ. A sheep just follows a shepherd, man. Don't ask no questions, man. That's what we're supposed to be. Sheep that follow Christ. But today, what do? We don't follow our shepherd, man. We follow ourselves. We got an opinion. Yeah, but Islam, you know, it works for me. I like this religion. I like that philosophy. I like this philosophy. We're meant to be sheep. Sheep just follow the shepherd, man. Don't ask no questions. Don't say who, what, why. Just follow, man. And when they follow the sheep, guess what? When they follow the shepherd, guess what they get? Safety, food. Just like a child, a newborn baby don't ask, well, you know, I don't like this milk. I prefer that milk. I prefer this milk. A newborn baby just does as it's told, man. Oh, Slacky, one sec. Huh? What's the conspiracy? Oh, it's going in, you know, for Christ. You know. Christ is a solution to our problems. You get me? Come on, car. You know, bros are at now. You like I was saying, yeah, a baby don't ask, man. A baby does it told, takes the milk from his parents, and guess what? That baby gets to live, man, and grow nice and strong. That's what we're supposed to do. But because we listen to the oppressor, you know what I mean, and all types of garbage, we believe that we got a choice, man. We got an opinion now. You know, we got opinion. We want to do what we want to do, and our opinion ain't working for us, man. It's not working. We smoke weed because, you know, it makes me happy. It calms me down. It's messing with your psychosis, man. It's messing with your brain, man. It's mashing you up, man. We got to start following God, man. The thief cometh not, but to steal and kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life. You hear that, black man? The Lord wants you to have life, wants you to live, man. He wants you to live. What right now, we're living in death, man. We're living how we want to live. We want to smoke weed, man. And when we smoke weed, what? We die, man. We eat what we want to eat, man. We eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, and that's making us die, man. Crab, eating pork and stuff gives you what? Higher blood pressure, man. Heart disease, the gout. The Lord saying, He's telling you something. The Lord saying, listen, you should not be eating this, man. Our people, we choose to die. We've chosen death, man. We want to join gangs. We want to shoot cocaine. We want to sell cocaine. All these things that cause us to die, man. When the police kick open our door, they give us time in prison. When the people come to get your drugs, they're going to kill you for it, man. They're going to kick open your door. They're going to, take the drugs off you and kill you, man. Kidnap you, do what they got to do. But Christ come, black man, so you don't have to go through that. He come that you can get life. He comes that you don't have to end up in the AIDS ward having sex with all them whores, man. You want to run around and have sex with all different whores, all different nations, barebacking whatever you want to, barebacking all these hoes and boasting about the other one. Boasting about it, showing your friends, listen, I got this thing here, you know. Yeah, this thing here, I stole it from my man. Yeah, this one here, man. Yo. And these things are the way of death, man. That's why black people are number one in AIDS, number one in the graveyard, number one with cancer. Every disease out there, black people is number one. That's a fact. Do the research in your own time. We're number one. The black man is number one in AIDS, man. And the Hispanic woman is number two. Why? Because we're the children of the Lord, and the Lord has high expectation for us. And when we break his commandments, he punishes us, man. He shows us. And the Lord set his Bible up, black man, so you don't have to be the one dying, man. Christ said he came so you can get life, and you don't have to die. You don't have to die, but what? You got to serve him. When you go to the doctor with heart disease and stuff, what's the first thing he says, man? Lay off the pork. First thing he says, man. But what we want to eat, lobster. You know why? Why do black people want to eat lobster? Because your oppressor said, yo, lobster's a good dish, man. You ain't living to eat lobster, man. And we want to be just like him. So what do? We go eat the lobster. But the oppressor said that, lobster's a good dish, and I gotta go treat my woman to some lobster, man. I want to be just like him. He can do it. And he can live a long life, man. His time's coming. But when you do it, the Lord's like, yo, it's the person, man. Now my people doing this. The Caucasian man being a homosexual man since I can remember. Do research on the Greeks and the Romans, man. The Greeks and the Romans had all types of orgies and kinkiness and nastiness, man. Watch what's the movie Troy? Watch Troy 300, all them Greek movies, man. And you see them partying and running around and 10,000 naked women and men swapping and all types of nonsense, man. So why don't they get AIDS? Why don't they get syphilis? But how come when you're homosexual black man, you get syphilis, you get AIDS? Because the Lord's showing you should be doing that. SHALAM, bust it off me, sisters. The Lord's saying he don't want you to do it. And Christ has come, black man, so you can put these things down and you can live, man. You can live. The Bible said the Lord don't have pleasure in that a man should die. He don't have pleasure. He don't want you to die, man. But when you violate him, the Lord's like, nah, this is serious, man. You know, I gotta punish him. The pastor in the place. Shalak, yeah? one of my daughters, man, crazy. But what was that now? Shalak, yeah. What was it? I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. And this is how you know it's not talking about when the Bible talks about life, it talks about living good, man. Like when people say, yo, I'm living life, man. It means I'm living good. How can you have life abundantly? Either have life or you don't. When Christ said have life abundantly, it means Christ come that black people can live good, man. We don't have to be suffering in the ghettos no more, man. We don't have to be, you know, live in a council state with the pissy hallways, man. And the lift don't work. And you're a black woman with a pram that gotta walk 10 flights of stairs, man. The Lord got better for us only if we obey him, man. He's not asking for much. He just obey me, and the Lord will end this tomorrow. He take the oppressor's foot off our neck and put our foot on his neck, man. Simple as that. What's the problem? We know that we're suffering. We know that we're in poverty. But what do, man? Go to our oppressors for help. We say, oppressor, can I get a raise? Okay. Imagine that we march so that the man killing us will not kill us no more. You know what that's called? What's that called when you tell him, you march and tell him, man, listen, you're killing our kids, stop killing him? You know what that's called? That's called begging, man. And that's what our people become in 2019, a bunch of beggars, man. The Chinese man not beg. The Chinese man says, listen, you're not going to kill none of ours no more. We're going to go to war. The Arabs say, listen, we're going to go to war. Chinese, the Indians saying, we're going to go to war. What the black people say? Stop killing Mark Duggan. No justice, no peace. This ain't right. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. We are begging the man stop killing us. That's right. We're saying, please don't kill us. But everyone else saying, listen, you're not touching one of mine. You're not doing that. But we beg us, man. We become beggars, man. A black man, that's the problem. You got to serve the Most High. When you come to the Most High, the Lord will end this, man. The Lord will put the white man in chains, man. Put our oppressors in chains, man. You got to beg no more and beg. Imagine if you beg and he turns around and says no. Then what are you going to do? Say, please don't kill us, man. Black lives matter. He goes, no. Then what are you going to do, man? I'm going to tell you something what you got to do, black man. And it's in the Bible, man. We're going to get it in a minute. Salakia. What am I again? I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. That's what I'm saying. As I said before, Christ compares us to sheep. That's why he said. That's why Christ said you have pasture. Pasture like an open field where sheep go and eat, man. That's right. Christ saying, you know, right about now we're not in an open field where we can eat, man. You know, we're living from wage to wage, man. We're living off rations, man. Living on paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? Living on what they call emergency gas and electric, man. When Christ wants you to live life abundantly, the same way a sheep has a whole field to himself to eat, man. Christ said he wants you to have life in abundance, man. And they compared it to a sheep in an open field. Just eat. Imagine this green everywhere. You can eat to your heart's content. And black man, you ain't doing that right now, man. You know, a lot of us are giving the younger child, the elder child's hand-me-downs. You know what I mean? We're living from wage to wage. You know, we're you know, saying, yo, turn the light off at night time and turn the light off, man. I need to save that electricity, man. Make that stretch. You know what I mean? We're putting water in the ketchup, man, to make it stretch. We're not living life in abundantly, man. Life in abundance, when you got half a bottle of ketchup, man, you throw it away. Like, oh, don't worry, I got the next one, man. Life in abundance when you ain't making what's called dumping and butter, man, to make it stretch, man. You know, life in abundance when you ain't stressing about the bills, man. You ain't worried about, oh man, you know, all this and all these problems that black people have. You ain't worried about, oh man, had some overtime, man, but the boss gave it to somebody else. There was a shift going, but the boss gave it to somebody else, man. Christ comes so we can get that, black man. Life in abundance, man. The same way a sheep has pasture, a sheep eats all out in the field, man. Imagine a whole field to you. That's you, black man. You ain't living some 1-bedroom, some 2-bedroom house, paying mad money for, man. Paying crazy money for. The house we live in ain't even worth it, man. Especially in London. Forget about it, man. So what was that? I can keep leaving my face, another one. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. And listen, you know the Bible, man. If you've been belonging to the I.S.U.P.K for a long time, you know, man, Christ gave his life for black people, man. We're the sheep that Christ gave his life for. Christ didn't die for everybody, he died for you, black man.
That's right.
Hispanic man, Native Indian man, the people that everyone thinks nobody. Christ died for you. Christ gave his life for the sheep. I can't say the same for your pastor. Your pastor robbed the sheep of God, man. Your pastor manipulates the sheep of God, man. Your pastor takes money from the sheep of God, not help nobody. I got an uncle that was in church when I was a little boy, man, and he gave tithes to the church every Sunday, man. Gave his life to the church and money to the church, man. And one day he lost his mind and turned crazy. I was making up noise in the church. You know what they did? They kicked him out of the church, man. They said, listen, not coming here. We're trying to have service. You're making too much noise. Prash, I'm a lying. I'm a lying. I got an uncle who's dead now in the grave, man. And when he needed the church turned his back on him. Why? Because he's making too much noise. You know, mad people make noise, make up noise in the church. Kicked him out, man. And he gave them all his money. Grew up in the church. His mom grew up in the church, and he followed in her footsteps.
That's right.
And Christ wasn't like that. Christ gave his life for the church, man. Your pastor ain't like that. Your pastor takes money from the church, man. Talking about the building fund. You were going to the church for 10 years, and ain't nothing changed in the building, man. You know, the amount of money you're giving your pastor, the church should look ridiculous. Should have some LED lights or some big LED sign, man. It's the same church, man. In England, a lot of the churches, ain't even churches. What are they? Community centers. Community centers, man. Where's money going to? Because someone explained to me, where's money going to, man? But Christ gave his life for black people. Read the Bible, man. Christ gave his whole life raising black people up, man. Making blind black people see. Making black people in wheelchairs walk again. Making black people with demons, taking it off them. Christ didn't heal everybody. That's in the Bible, man. You show me when Christ healed everybody. You show me when Christ was in China. You show me when Christ was in Malaysia. Christ lived his whole life in Jerusalem. And guess who's in Jerusalem? Black people was, man. That's Jews dwell in Jerusalem. If you're a man in England healing people in England, and you're healing who? English people, man. If you're a man and your whole life you lived in China and you're healing people, then who are you healing? Chinese people. So guess what? Then how's the pastor going to tell me Christ healed everybody when Christ lived his whole life in Jerusalem? So who was he healing? Jews, man. Jews. The man that Christ made see in Jerusalem must have been a black man. Must have been a Jew in Jerusalem. The woman that had the running issue for 30 years and Christ stopped it, she lived in Jerusalem. Christ healed her in Jerusalem. So she must have been black too, man. And Christ gave his life for the sheep, man. Not only, when he said he gave his life for the sheep, he's not talking about just death. When he gave his life, man. Christ traveled around Jerusalem, jumping on boat to boat, man. Spent money on finances. Listen, back then, to jump on a boat weren't free, man. It weren't cheap. And Christ gave his whole life doing that to black people, man. Helping black people. Your pastor don't do the same. You don't do the same. Guess where you find your pastor on a Sunday? That's it, man. The rest of the week, you can't find him. You find him on a Sunday. For how much hours? 3-4 hours maximum?
4 maximum.
4 maximum, man. 4 maximum. And then he sells you his books on W.H. Smith. Sells you his books, mind you, Sells you DVDs. You can subscribe. Wait, to sell you books and DVDs you can buy it from W.H. Smith or that Christian shop in town, man. He robs the sheep of God, man. He robs the sheep of Christ is freely receive, freely you give, man. Christ is freely as you receive, freely you give. You're meant to give it free. The I.S.U.P.K is free, man. Your pastor, he sells his books. So if you're a man with a problem and you need God and you can't afford it, yo, you fart, man. We feel sorry for you. Slakia. But he that is an hireling. Come on, God. Last verse. Verse 12. Right. John 10:12.
Was that John 10:12?
10:11.
John 10 and 11. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd give his life for the sheep.
And Christ gave his life for us, man. You know what I mean? Any man that don't do that, he's not the shepherd, man. You know what he is? A hireling. It's in the next line. Christ called that man a hireling. Any man that says he loves blacks and Hispanics and doing the will of God, he's a hireling. A hireling is a man that's hired the job, man. A man that don't love it. He don't care about it. He's getting paid, so that's why he's there. And you know who that hireling is? Your pastor, your imam, the Rastafarianism, your high priest, your bishops, your deacons. All the men are men that are in it for the money. Keep reading.
Verse 12. But he that is an hireling.
He does a what?
Is an hireling. And
he that is a hireling, he that don't really care for the sheep. He's getting paid. He ain't getting paid. He won't be there. He ain't doing it for free. He ain't doing it because he loves black people. He ain't doing it because he's the man of God. He's doing it because he's hired to do so. That's a hireling. We done?
And not the shepherd. Epid.
But there's a man that's a hireling, does it because he gets paid, not because he's a shepherd, not because he wants to lead black people, not because he cares about black on black crime. Does your pastor really care about black on black crime? You think he does, because on Sunday he preaches and he sings and dances, but where is he on Monday, man? Where is he on Tuesday, man? Imagine this, you go to church Sunday and you're banging a tambourine and you're singing and dancing, and as soon as you step foot in the ghetto, there's drugs being sold. As soon as you step out of church, oh, thanks, Pastor, good service. As soon as you step out of church, you're catching the bus home. And guess what you see at the bus? A single parent mom with a pram by herself, no man in the house. Man gone, she can't find him. As soon as you step out of that church, the service was good, man. You're banging a tambourine, woo, singing and fanning. As soon as you go out, there's a man at the bus stop, lying down at the bus stop, man. Drunk, six kind of lager by his foot, man. Drunk out his mind, man. That should show you that your pastor's high to be there. Where is he on Monday? Them crack addicts are there Monday, they're there Tuesday, they're there Wednesday. Where is he? I don't see him there, man. But I see him on Sunday. Because that's the day that he's hired to be there, man. It's like this is.
It's like Christmas, everyone wants to feed the homeless during Christmas.
God. There you go. And also, not even get past that, but these black activists, man, piss me off, man. When do you see these black activists? Well, what's that East Indian man? Is East Indian, but his mom's black. Desmond Jadu or something like that, man. Who said I fight for black people, I love black people. Whenever do you see him, man? I'm gonna tell you, when a black man gets killed by the police. Where was he on Monday? Where is he on Tuesday? When do you see him just walking through the neighborhood and say, oh man, it's a shame, man. Black men are in council estates, man. Crack cocaine. But every time Mark Duggan gets shot, I see him there, man. When the Windrush scandal happened, I saw him there, man. In fact, we took the mic off him, you know what I mean? We had to ambush the mic off him and take the mic, man. We had to do it. Why? Because he got nothing to say, man. He got nothing. He's hired to be there, man. The real shepherds. Watch it. I.S.U.P.K. UK on the United Kingdom YouTube page, man. I.S.U.P.K. We rushed the Windrush, man. We had to rush the stage. Why? Because the hirelings were there. Desmond Jadu was there, man. He's a hireling. He's there when only money's there. So we had to take the mic off him, man. He wasn't saying nothing. That's the only time you see the black activists coming out there. That's the only time you see him. Jesse Jackson. What's the other one we went to the panel, man? Had Tread there and all these activists there in the Costa factory years back, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only time you see them when they're high to be. Don't see them on a regular Monday. Black people suffer every day. Black people suffer Monday to Sunday, man. Why are you only out there on Sunday? Why are you only out there when a policeman kills a black man, man? Why are you only out there when Rashawn Charles is dead, man? Because you're hired to be there. But the good shepherd, he dies and gives his life for the sheep, man. Keep reading.
Whose own the sheep are not.
And the hireling, the sheep don't belong to him. The sheep ain't his. So it's like if you got a car and you pay for the car, you love the car, you clean it and stuff, man. It's your car, you care for this car, man. But if you're paid to validate the car, you don't really care. You just wash it because you told to, man. And that's the same with these pastors. We're not his sheep. We don't belong to him, so therefore he don't care for us, man. He's hired to do the job. He's hired to be there on Sunday, so he's gonna be there Sunday. Keep reading.
Seeth the wolf coming.
And this man sees the wolf coming. You know, remember, a shepherd cares for sheep, man. So when he sees the wolf coming, now he's making sure there's barbed wire, man. He makes sure they're safe. He makes sure they're kept nice. He's losing sleep, thinking everything good. But when you're paid for it, you don't really care. You see the wolf coming in and do what?
And either the sheep
and leaves the sheep. He sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep. He sees crack cocaine in our neighborhood and he don't say nothing about it, man. He sees single parent homes, he don't say nothing about it, man. Where's his online class for free? Where's he driving up and down the country doing street speakings? Where's he losing sleep? I don't see him battling Muslims and Christians. I don't see him battling drug dealers. I don't see him battling the white man for all the oppression. I don't see him. He sees the wolf coming. He sees crack cocaine coming in our neighborhoods, man. He sees them deporting the Windrush generation and so forth. I don't see him fight against it. He sees the wolf come and kill blacks and Hispanics, oppress blacks and Hispanics, deport blacks and Hispanics, man. I don't see him. Why? Because we're not his sheep. He don't have no loyalty to us. Keep reading.
And flee.
So he runs a mile, man. Yo, the white man's coming, I'm gone. With the I.S.U.P.K, we don't run. Why? Because you're our sheep, man. We want to make sure everything's fine. We can't sleep until every black man's off drugs, man. We can't sleep till every black man's out of that bus stop, man. We can't sleep till every black man's from outside the off license at 12 o'clock buying a 6-can of lager, man. What's it called? This Keshrin Super Squad. You know what I mean? The white man's such a devil as well. So lucky, may I add. You know how toxic them drinks are. I ain't never drank them, but I heard one of them cans lick off your head, man. Clean. I heard it's strong. Clean. I guess how much it cost? 120. 120, man. So even the poorest of men can buy one. Even the man that don't have no job can buy one. And you think that's by coincidence? That's by design, man. He wants you there with your gyro to go out there and buy that. He wants to ruin your life, man. He wants you to be a pisshead, man. Slack, everyone. Take over the class.
Yeah.
Slack, everyone. Slack.
No, sir. But yeah, what the officer was saying was super heavy, man. With Christ, he came so that we can have a life that we can't even imagine, man. You know what we see now, we think that's all it is, and there is much more, man. He came that we can have life, and what's that life? The kingdom of heaven, man. Rulership, dominion, not being oppressed no more, not being under someone else who we have to follow his rules. You mean we can have something of our own and follow God's laws, man. Right. Follow the laws of the Lord, and that's what it is, man. You can in John 10, just go back up to verse 8. I mean, what we have now isn't life, man. With Christ, he's our leader, and if you think there's someone else, there isn't, man. We've been in every religion, Christianity, we've been in Islam, and they can't lead us, man. We've been following Christianity for 400 years, and what has it done for us? Nothing, man. Look in every ghetto, whether you're in Manchester, you're in Liverpool, you're in the Midlands, the ghettos all over the UK. Everyone in there follows a religion, man, whether it's Christianity, whether it's Islam. And does it fix them? No, it doesn't, man. Religion destroys the minds of black people, man. Right. Religion destroys the minds of Israelites. Why? Because we're not meant to be religious. We're not meant to be serving no other nations, God. You got it for me, John 10 and verse 8.
John 10 and 8. All that came before me are thieves and robbers.
And that's it, man. Everyone that came before Christ, they was a thief and a robber, man. And even when Christ is sitting at the right-hand side of the Most High, what have you got now? Thieves and robbers, man. Your pastors, your imams, thieves and robbers, man. They got you buying all their books. T.D. Jakes, The Love of Jesus. T.D. Jakes, The Passion of Christ. T.D. Jakes, Your Personal Relationship with God. That's a thief and a robber right there, man. Right. So what about the Bible? Like, ain't you meant to be reading the Bible? So why do I need your book? Why do I need a book with your face on it? That's why, man. Then what happens? We go and join it, Islam. And then what happens, man? You gotta buy the rug. You gotta buy the mandress. You gotta buy the hadiths, the Quran. You know what I mean? You gotta do your Hajj. They're thieves and robbers, man. They're making merchandise of you, which is found in the Bible too.
Right.
Read on.
But the sheep did not hear them.
And that's key, man. The sheep. Who are the sheep? The men in the I.S.U.P.K. Right. We're those sheep. And we did not hear them, man. We was walking down streets and we heard everyone, Jehovah's Witnesses, people that followed Islam, Christians. And we did not hear them. We're like, nah, it's not for me. And do you know what happened? We went online. I found Commanding General YAHANNA. Right. That's what happened. We did not hear them. Why? Because out there in the world, you're taught this. You either follow the Arabs' religion or you follow the oppressors' religion, and that's it. But to follow your own, that's impossible. To follow your own, that's unheard of. Right. But guess what? At the UPK, we didn't hear their voices, and we found the Lord, man. We found the voice of Christ, man, through the Bible. Read on.
God, I am the door. By me, if any man enter, he shall be saved.
And what does that mean, man? Christ, our King, our example. He is the door, meaning he's the way. It's like if you want to get access into any place, if you want to do it the right way, what do? You do it through the door.
Right.
And Christ said, I'm that door. If you want to find God the right way, if you want to find God how you're meant to, then you follow me, man. Now, if you go through the window, what are you doing? Following Christianity, following Islam, where you believe you're finding God, but you're doing it in some grand theft auto way, man. You're doing it like a thief and you're wrong. Read on.
God, I am the door. By me, if any man enter, he shall be saved.
And there, man, if you enter by the door, you enter by Christ, you shall be saved, man. You ain't gonna find it in the mosque. You're gonna find it in the Catholic Church, the Christian Church, Seventh-day Adventist Church, Jehovah's Witness Church. They don't have the way, man. They are not that door, regardless of how well they sound, regardless of how convincing they talk, regardless of how you feel when you're in that church. They don't have the way. Read on.
And shall go in and out and find pasture.
And there, man, you're gonna go in and out, meaning you're gonna be free, man. Do you know what it means to go in and out? You're free. You're not in and you're in some a cult, whatever. Like you gotta stay here, like the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's a cult right there. Everyone says, you know, I.S.U.P.K. You're an what they call it, a cult. Jehovah's Witness, that's an occult, man. The Watchtower magazines and all that. That's an occult, man. You know what I mean? And they got you knocking on door to door like some slave. While as with the oppressors, they're in the hall, nice and warm. You're there in the winter, knocking on door to door, people shutting the doors in your faces. You know what I mean? You're out there with those ridiculous magazines, which got nothing to do with the Bible, even in it. Read on.
The thief cometh not, but to steal and to kill.
And that's it, man. That's the thief, man. That's your imam. That's your sheikh. That's your pastor. That's your deacon. He's a thief. I know what he comes to do is to steal and kill, man. Now, how do you break this down? We obviously know that he robs you by, you making him rich. But then he makes you die by what? Not teaching you the knowledge of God, man. He's a thief. When he tells you, you can take another man's wife, you die, man. When he tells you, well, God knows your heart, you're selling drugs because, you got to make ends meet, and police arrest you and you die because they handled you rough. That's how your pastor does it, man. That's how your imam does it. Read on.
I am come that they might have life.
And there you have it, man. Christ came for you, black man, so that you can have life. You won't die under the hand of religion no more. You won't die by the hands of your oppressors no more. It came that you can have life, so that you can live, so that you can have the kingdom of heaven, man. Something that we can't imagine having right now. Something that is like a dream right now, but you're going to get it only if you go through that door. Read on.
That they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd.
And Christ, he's the good shepherd. He's that good example. Forget Martin Luther King. Forget Malcolm X. Forget Marcus Garvey. They are no examples, man. They were talking about Black Star Liners and going back to Africa. To do what? Well, hang on now. So we're going to go to West Africa and do what? Just, let's get on them Black Star Liners and do what, man? You got some?
It's crazy because even in Africa, a lot of them migrate to Ethiopia and they're still treated like slaves.
There you go. I mean, if you never heard it on the mic, I believe in America some go too, but it's mainly a UK / a Rasta thing where a lot of Rastas, they go to the land of what's it called, Ashamani. That's in the country of Ethiopia, and now how it's presented to you is like it's the promised land. I'm going back to my roots, as they like to say. And what people don't let you know is, yes, they go back to Shashamani and they're treated like crap, man. I've heard that if they want to make something and you make a house there, they'll tell you straight, listen, we're gonna knock down your house because we want to build this old right here. We want to build an apartment right here. So your house that you had the land for, your house that you built, we're sorry, Mr. Rastaman, but that house needs to go because we're building something here and they're treated bad over there. Those Ethiopian women lie so that they've been raped and those Rastas get locked up. Meanwhile, on face value, how does it seem like? I'm going back to my roots, man. I worked so hard in the UK to go back to Ashamani so that I can live good, man. I can live free, have my cows and my sheep. And that's not the truth, man. So when Marcus Garvey was talking about, we need to make the Black Star Liners go back to West Africa, go back to Ghana, Botswana, Nigeria, and do what? You got many of us in Ethiopia right now, and lives are hell over there. And you know what's funny? Shashamani ain't even that big. Everyone knows each other over there. They're like, it's for everyone. It's a village, and everyone knows everyone. It's not like, I've never met this person before. You go there in a week, you're going to know everybody. You're gonna know where they're from in the UK as well. It's not as big as they make it seem, man. It's a lie. It's a mirage. That's all it is, man. And like with Black Star Liners, West Africa, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna go there, and those Nigerians, those Ghanaians, they're gonna make your life hell over there. They're not gonna love you. They're not going to think you're one of us. You're gonna go there being someone lying to you, and they're gonna make your life hell, man. And how do we know? Because there are some of us over there right now, and the Africans hate them. God. There's an I don't think you're gonna find it no more. It was an article where when they went to West Africa on the beach with on the beach with the ass boats they had, they just basically threw them in the air like we're like back home. So the passports they had, they just threw it and they lived. A week later, they was on that same beach looking for that passport they threw in the air, man. Why? Because those Nigerians, those Ghanaians, those Botswanans hated them, and they wanted to go back to America. They wanted to go back to England, and they was only there for 1 week. And the passport they threw in the air like, I'm home, bye. They were on the beach looking for that same one, man. Looking for it on the beach, searching, digging in the sand, and they did not find it. And they're living in West Africa till this day. So Black Star Liners, go back to West Africa and do what, man? Be it what? Work for them. Be oppressed by them, just like in the UK, for what, man? And that's why any leader hasn't got the answers. All they got is that opinion. All they got is a philosophy. But do they have the truth? Do they have the answers? No, they do not. Read on.
God, the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
And with Christ, he gave his life, man. Yes, he died for us, but he gave all of his time to us, man. All throughout the Bible, he was healing the sick, making the lame walk, teaching his disciples to do the same thing, man. Christ gave his life for the sheep, and at the UPK, we do that same thing, man. We do classes 3 times a week. Why? For you, man. We give our life for you. We're doing camp every week. Why? For you? So that you know who you are, so that you don't die, so that you have life abundantly. Read on.
God. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd.
And that's the problem, man. Everyone that leads us to this day, they're hirelings, meaning they only do it because they're hired, they get paid. Believe me, if no finances were involved, they wouldn't care, man. They wouldn't help you. There wouldn't be no mosque. There wouldn't be no black mosque, black church if it wasn't being hired. If you was like, listen, I'm not gonna pay you nothing. They wouldn't be around you, man. There wouldn't be no Sundays. It wouldn't be with you all throughout the week. A Sunday service. It wouldn't exist if he wasn't hired. Read on.
God, whose own the shepherd are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep.
And that's the problem, man. These hirelings, they don't care about you, man. There's a wolf, man. And what's that wolf? Religion, man. There's a wolf. And who is it? It's our oppressors. And they're so selfish. They see it coming like, well, I want to get paid, So I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. You can be with the same sex. And guess what? He saw the wolf, man. He didn't care, man. He ran and goes, you know what? I want to get paid. I need a payday. And he just agrees with whatever the oppressor says. Read on.
The hireling fleeth because he is a hireling.
And then, man, he runs, man. Instead of giving his life for the sheep, Instead of protecting the sheep, he's a Highland's like, listen, I'm not dying for nobody. I'm gone, man. Look, man. You can believe what you want to believe. You can take drugs. You can take that man's wife. Because listen, I'm not putting my life in danger for nobody, man. And that's the problem. Everyone claims they read the Bible. Everyone claims I know Christ, but they ain't giving their life for nobody. Everyone claims, yo, I'm a devout man of God. You know what I mean? I stay with God, but then you ain't giving your life for nobody. You ain't sacrificing no finances for nobody, man. You right now, your pastor asking for money. I dare you. You know what I mean? I believe some of you already know the answer. He's not giving you nothing, man. Do it. Do you know what he's gonna say to you? Pray, fast. You know what I mean? Let God take the wheel. But will he ever dig deep into his own money and go, listen, I'm going to pay your rent for you. I'm going to help you. He's not going to do it. And a lot of us, you know it already. You say no, when you know yes. You know your pastor, he wouldn't donate you £1, man. Is that selfish? Give me Isaiah 56 and 10. Let's get Isaiah 56 and 10.
Isaiah 56 and 10. His watchmen are blind.
And that's the problem, man. Your pastor, your black sheikh, your black imams, they're meant to be watchmen, meaning what? They're meant to watch over you and protect you. But if a watchman's blind, then he can't watch over you, man. If your watchman is talking about, if your watchman is on about a slave religion, he can't watch over you. You're meant to watch over me. You're meant to protect me with what? The slave master's philosophy, the slave master's religion. A black sheikh, a black imam is meant to be watching over me with Islam, talking to me about Muhammad. For what? I'm not an Arab. So now, how is he watching over me? He's blind, man. That's why they do what they do, because they're blind. Your pastor, forget about it, man. Let me tell you something. I do this for fun weekly. You know what I mean? I don't debate with like a pastor, but I like just to, mess with him a bit, if that's the better way of saying it. I like to, just like isolate a verse in the Bible and go, yeah, but why does it say that? And forget it. They're lost, man. They're like, well, God knows. No, it's something we don't understand. You know what I mean? No one can comprehend God. And then history, forget about it, man. Ask him about in the Bible. So with the Ephesians, where's that? And do you know what it says? What's that gonna do with salvation, man? But I'm like, yeah, but like, let's be honest now. This letter was written to the Ephesians. Like, you do believe that the Bible's real, yeah? Yeah, amen. So when you do believe that the people in Ephesians existed, yes, amen. So where is this place then? What's that gonna do with salvation? And do you know when he's that dumb and blind? He doesn't even know the history of the Bible. He doesn't, you know what I mean? He reads it, but doesn't look at it as, well, this place existed. He wrote a letter to people that were alive at that time, and he's blind, man. You go to him thinking you're going to get educated in the Bible. You are not, man. Read on.
They are all ignorant. They are dumb dogs.
What did the Bible say?
They are dumb dogs.
So they're ignorant, and that's the part I like, man. What does ignorant mean? You don't know. It's a Greek word, ignoramus. That's how they would say it. And it's ignorant, it means you don't know. And that's your pastor, that's your imam. They're so ignorant to black issues. You know what I mean? Everyone sees what's happening, but your pastor never opens up the Bible and reads it and goes, what I'm reading in this Bible is talking about black people right here, man. Into Egypt, again with ships, that's talking about black people, man. A nation being robbed and oppressed, that's talking about black people, man. And he's just so ignorant, he don't even know it, man. He loves John 3:16. He loves you know what I mean, every verse about love and salvation and paying your tithes. But it's ignorant to what the Bible is truly talking about a nation of people that lost their identity, a nation of people that don't know who they are, a nation of people that are following every other nation's gods. and that's your pastor, man. He's ignorant. And a black sheikh, forget about it, man. He's so ignorant talking about Muhammad when that's got nothing to do with you, man. You're a black man. You're a black man from Jamaica talking about Mecca and speaking Arabic. Do you know how dumb you sound? You got red on your beard, reading a hadith, which is a fairy tale, man. You know what I mean? The hadiths came hundreds of years later after Muhammad, and you're there reading it and believing it, man. And you're ignorant. You do stuff like that because you don't know. And before people admit that they don't know, what do they like to do? Philosophize. They like to believe oppressive lies, and that's the problem, man. Read on.
They are all dumb dogs.
And they are all dumb dogs. And dumb in this context doesn't mean dumb like you don't know anything. Dumb means that you can't talk. Like people say you're dumb. The original context of it is you can't talk, you can't make your point. That's what dumb meant.
Like some say deaf, dumb and deaf, or deaf and dumb. Even dummy, not dummy like a baby dummy, put it in their mouth. You're dummy like a dog.
That's right. So it's like a dummy, you speak and it comes. And that's your pastor, that's your black imams, man. Dumb dogs, man. Can't talk, man. They all want to preach to you their religion. But what about reality? What about what you see outside, man? In church, they never talk about drug dealing, slavery, reparations, the wickedness that the oppressor done. Like that, like God just forgot it. So you're telling me you're reading this Bible, which you believe is the word of God. I do too. And God just don't mention it. And all-knowing God and all-seeing God never talked about what happened to me. Never talked about what happened to my grandmothers, my grandfathers. Do you know why he does that? Because he's a dumb dog, man. When you go to a black mosque, forget about it, man. That black sheikh and imam don't talk about what the Arabs done to black people, enslaved them, sold them in Mecca. And do you know why he don't do it? Because he's a dumb dog. You know what? A lot of them don't even read history, man. When you say it to them, they're like, what? What are you talking about? When here's the problem, you are educated and they are not, man. That's all it is. Read on.
Which can never have enough. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
And then, man, they cannot bark. When you have a dog in your front garden or your back, what is his job? To bark and to make you aware? And they can't do it, man. Black leaders in this day and age can't do it, man. There's no barking. There's a lot of singing and dancing and dyeing beards red, but there's no barking, man. There's no, listen, we got a problem, man. We got to fix this. We're dying in the ghettos of Handsworth, dying in the ghettos of Moss Side, dying in the ghettos of London, man. Read on.
Loving to slumber.
And they love to sleep. They're asleep, man. If you're in a church singing, you are asleep. If you're there singing this little light of mine in the church, you are asleep, man. You're singing, he's got the whole world in his hands. You are asleep, man. You're singing Amazing Grace in the church in this day and age. You are asleep, man. And guess what? God prophesied this thousands of years ago, man. And it's funny that they do all of it this day, man. They do all of it where, you know what I mean? It's like, this is how you know that the Bible is the way, man. This is how you know the Bible is the living book, because they do it all now, man. Singing, dancing, asleep, man. And when you talk about reality, what did they say? What's that gonna do with salvation? It's got everything to do with salvation, man. Why? Because God don't want us taking drugs. God don't want us selling drugs. God doesn't want us knifing each other to death on the streets. So what's going on out there has got a lot to do with salvation, man. But here's the problem. He doesn't know what salvation is. Your pastor doesn't know what salvation even means, man. Ask him, so what does salvation mean? And you are going to get the longest pause in your life, man. You know what I mean? You're going to be waiting till the sun comes down. You're going to go, okay, so according to the Bible, what is salvation, man? You know what I mean? Let's get out a dictionary. What is salvation? And what's your pastor going to say? I don't need a dictionary. I believe in God. So to understand the Bible, I don't need a dictionary. So I'm reading English words and I shouldn't use a dictionary. And that's the problem, man. They're very uneducated people, man. Read on.
And they are shepherds that could not understand.
And they can't understand, meaning they have the Bible. Every Sunday service, they have this Bible and they can't understand it. They can't read the Bible and go, hang on. The Bible says that the real Jews would go into slavery with ships, man. Hang on. The Bible said the real Jews, they'll be oppressed and spoiled evermore. Hang on. The Bible says that, like the real Jews, they will lose their identity. They cannot understand. And your imam, forget about it, man. He can understand. He's reading an Arab book. And do you want to know a fact? In the Quran, you can research it. Muhammad is only mentioned 3 times in the Quran. And guess what? It has Israelites and Jews much more, man. So if you're reading that, wouldn't you go, well, hang on? Seems like Muhammad spoke about these Israelites more. Shouldn't I find out who they really are? And guess what, black man? You're going to find out it's you, man. The people that Muhammad couldn't stop talking about, that was you, man. Muhammad's only in the Quran 3 times. You know what I mean? So hang on, like, this great man who everyone follows in his own book is only there 3 times. And Israelites and Jews are in it numerous times, man. I would rather follow the Jews, wouldn't I? I'm reading a book and it's talking about these people. Maybe I should find out who those people are, man. And that's the problem. None of us understand. We got the Bible and none of us understand, man. Only the I.S.U.P.K though. You know what I mean? We understand, of course. Again, one in Isaiah 29 about the book is shut, the book is sealed. I'll find it.
29 is it, yeah?
That's right, yeah. What did this person say here?
I watched it before.
All right, yeah, that don't. Then. All right, let's get. I believe it's 29 and 8. It's about. Let me check. One second. Yeah, Isaiah 29 and 9.
Sure.
Oh, then I've got to get into the Radio 1 incident as well, man. You know that's in the Bible too. Wiley losing his mind on one extra.
I watched it in the morning at slavery. I heard why you hate and hate. I didn't love it, and then boom. By 12 o'clock it was viral. That was something else.
But you do know what? Everyone's really upset because of that. Ed Sheeran. No, because right now, have in mind he's not in here. So he's saying, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I'll make it easy for you. What he's saying is black people or Israelites, we've been MCing, doing grime since it began, man. You know what I mean? All of the early people that done grime, they had to suffer, get banned at shows. What happens? Ed Sheeran makes one grime-like song. I wouldn't even say that it's grime. And he gets worshipped, man. And you want to know what's funny? The people that helped him out, they was us. What's that guy's name? It was Orcha. He made Ed Sheeran, who is like, when he used to do his live shows, Ed Sheeran used to play the guitar for them. And that's why, in his songs when he first came out, he used to play the guitar a lot because that's what he did. And you know what's funny? When he made it, he helped out none of them. Wiley made a song to help Ed Sheeran. Then when Wiley made his EP, he tried to contact Ed Sheeran, and what happened? Ed Sheeran ignored him, man. Wouldn't do a video with him, wouldn't make a song with him. And that's why Wiley's mad. You know what I mean? But we'll get into that as well. You got it from Isaiah 29 and 9.
Isaiah 29 and 9. Sure.
Yeah, stay yourselves.
Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry.
So now the Lord's talking to who? The nation of Israel, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And he's saying, stay yourselves, meaning you stay right there, and wonder, meaning what I'm going to do to you for not following me, you're going to wonder, man. And believe me, when you're in the UPK, you're going to wonder. You're going to wonder what happened to us, man. When you read the Bible, you read about King David, King Solomon, many great men, Isaiah, and you see how we're living now. You're going to wonder. And the Lord's saying, you stay right there and you wonder. What I'm going to do to you is going to make you wonder, black man. Read on.
And cry.
And cry, meaning when you see how you're living, when you see how we are suffering, the condition that we are in, you're going to cry, man. And that's black life right there, crying, man. Mothers crying because of their dead kids. You mean there's a woman crying because her man left her and she's looking after 6, 7 kids. That's our nation. And people that are always crying, man. Read on.
They are drunken, not with wine.
And now that's key. We are drunken, but not with wine. Meaning what? Look at the analogy. When someone's drunk, what happens, man? They're slow. They stagger to the left. They stagger to the right. And that's us, man. We are drunken, but not with wine. Meaning the Lord is saying that we're people that are drunk, man. With what? Religion, man. We stagger from the church. Then what do some of them say? The Bible's tampered with. I got to go join the mosque. Then you stagger to where the mosque, man. Then what happens? You're like, you know what? Arabs are racist. Nah, Islam ain't for me. Then you stagger to Rastafarianism, talking about Ethiopia, Shashamani. Then what happens? You're like, hang on, I'm not Ethiopian, man. I've been to Shashamani and Ethiopians don't look like me. What are we doing? Then you stagger to what? Pan-Africanism. You know, I'm all Africa. Pan means all. Africa was one. Blackness. And then what happens? You do your research. Africa was never one. Egyptians hated other African nations. North Africans hated Egyptians. Sudanese hated Egyptians. You know what I mean? So then you're like, damn, I can't really be a Pan-African. Then what? You stagger to Egyptology. Then you stagger to some crap that you make up by yourself. And that's the Lord saying that we stagger, but not with wine. Read on.
Stay yourselves on wonder, cry ye out. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
So imagine, like, again, this is the analogy. Imagine in this can here, yeah, there's a drink, but it puts you in a deep sleep. And the Lord just, let us have it, man. The Lord just, wrung out this can upon us and we're asleep. A spirit of deep sleep. The Lord put audit out upon us, man. The spirit of deep sleep. Read on.
And I've closed your eyes.
And I've closed your eyes. And that's what this sleep does, man. It closes your eyes. It closes your eyes to common sense. It closes your eyes to facts. Things that you can't even deny. And that's what the spirit of deep sleep does upon us, man. Read on.
The prophets and the rulers and the seers have he covered.
And then, man, everybody who we look up to, the rulers, the prophets, the seers, the Lord has covered all their eyes, man. Your pastor runs Sunday service, his eyes are shut, man.
Right.
Your imam, your sheikhs, their eyes are shut, man. Your Rasta high priest, his eyes were shut from the beginning, man. Forget that. You know what I mean? What's his name? Uta Bruka. You know what I mean? His eyes were shut from Jamaica. You know what I mean? He's been shut, man. Walking around with no shoes. Oh, what's wrong with him? You know what I mean? But anyway, you know what I mean? Their eyes are shut. And why? Because the Lord shut their eyes. You listen to them, like, they got knowledge. That was deep. You know what I mean? My black sheikh spoke Arabic to me and I was blown away, man. I asked him something and he done the hand twist and, you done dunya. And, in the Quran, it says this and you was dumbly blown away like, right, he's got knowledge, man. I asked him a question and it said to me in Arabic, like, wow, yeah. Then what happens? You go in the church and you pastor like, because God loves you and, you know what I mean? We're not under the law. And then, is it me? They like to act like if they say, because God wants us to be free. We're not under bondage. We keep the law. We are trapped. And and you just inhale it like that. Yeah, man, that made sense right there, Pastor. Amen. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. Everyone's eyes are shut. Read on.
God, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed.
And now you need to know that, meaning the visions that the men seen, like Isaiah, Ezekiel, to them it is shut, man. It's sealed. They don't know the Bible. You got, you know what I mean, your Jehovah Witnesses, 7-day Adventists, Latter-day Saints, and you know what I mean, the Pentecostals, all denominations, and their eyes are shut. They don't know this Bible. You're going to them asking for a breakdown on Revelations. Like, forget that. If their eyes are shut, they believe that the red dragon's literal. They believe one day a beast is gonna just rise up from the sea. You don't forget that. Then what happens in the mosque? You're listening to a sheikh on his commentary on the Bible, man, talking about Deuteronomy 18. He don't know the Bible, man. He don't know what Deuteronomy 18 is even talking about, man. He don't know about no comforter. It's not Muhammad, man. His eyes are shut, man. Read on.
God, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee.
And there, man, meaning this Bible to someone that's learned, meaning learn in this world. You're gonna bring it to him and go read. I beg you, man. I want to understand this, man. I know the Bible is the way, but I don't understand it. But please, I beg you, make me understand it. Read on.
And he said, I cannot.
He said what?
I cannot.
And they can't, man. You passed that. He says he cannot. And okay, how does he say he cannot? Does he literally say I cannot? What does he do?
So no one can break that down. Or, you know, that's up to you, man. All you gotta do is just love. You know, all you gotta go in your heart. No one knows the whole Bible. You know, just really.
That's right. Your pastor, he doesn't literally say word for word, I cannot. He says, what has that got to do with salvation? Okay, I don't know that verse, but let's get John 3:16. For God so loved the world. You see, what's the problem? Meaning he cannot. All that ranting and the babbling and singing and the dancing, that's your pastor's long avenue of saying, I don't know. When you're in the mosque and that sheikh's going, the Bible's tampered with, that's his way of saying, I don't know the Bible. You don't know the Bible, but all of a sudden, Deuteronomy 18 is Muhammad. So hang on, you either know it or you don't. I don't know the Bible, but Deuteronomy 18, that's Muhammad. John 14:26, the comforter, I'm going to send him. That's Muhammad. But I thought the Bible's tampered with. I thought, you know what I mean? The Bible's been changed. So what about if Deuteronomy 18 was changed? What about if that was added in there and really Deuteronomy 18 was an insertion? I'm just saying, you know, what about that? And people say those things because truthfully, they don't know the Bible. That's all what it comes down to. Read on.
And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee.
There's not even someone who's not learned. You say what?
So read this, I pray thee.
So even someone who's unlearned, you'll go to them like, please, man, I know the Bible is the truth, but I don't understand it. Please, can you read it? Can you make me understand? Read on.
And he says, I am not learned.
And he says, I'm not learned, meaning the whole nation of Israel doesn't know the Bible, man, except the priests and the prophets at the I.S.U.P.K, man. If you want to learn it, if you come to us and go, read this, I beg you, we're going to do it for you, man. We're going to go, okay, let's start at, you know what I mean, Deuteronomy 18 and such. We can do it for you. But out there in the world, no one can't do it, man. Your pastor, forget about it. We all know he can't do it. They had a 400-year head start and still can't do it, man. Your black sheikhs and imams, you know they can't do it. That's why they're going to teach you the Bible's tampered with and then pick what they think is right because they don't know it, man. And that's the problem. Read on.
Wherefore, the Lord saith, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
And that's the problem. Have in mind, it already let you know they don't know the Bible. But now it's saying they draw near me with their mouth, meaning they don't know the Bible. So what is the only thing they can do is draw near him with their mouth. That's why when you're in church, all they can do is sing about God. All they can do is dance and, just sing hymns because they don't know the Bible. If you knew it, then what would you do? You would live it. If you knew it, you'll be keeping the commandments. If you knew it, you would do what the King of the Jews said to do, man. But here's the problem. If you don't know it, what would you do? Just draw near him with your mouth. You talk about God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do if you don't know the Bible. Read on.
And with their lips do honor me, but have moved their heart far from me.
That's the problem. Everyone honors God with their lips. Yeah, man, God's my savior, my shepherd. You know what I mean? Leads me in the valley of darkness with his rod and his staff. And they honor him with their lips, but their heart, meaning your mind, is far away, man. If you're sinning, you ain't following God's laws, your mind is far away, man. If you're eating a ham sandwich right now, your mind is far away from God, man. If you ain't in here, your mind is far away from the Lord. And God's saying, listen, man, they talk a nice game. They talk really good, but their mind is somewhere else, man. Their mind's on themselves. Their mind's on serving themselves. And that's why their mind is far away. Read on.
And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
And they have it, man. When in this day and age, we're taught to be afraid of God by what a man taught you. You're taught gambling's wrong. And why do you think that? Because that's a precept of man. You're taught, me being angry, that's not godlike. And you're taught that by the precepts of man. You're taught by a black sheikh, drinking is evil. That's a precept of man. That's not the Bible. You know what I mean? You're taught many things, and all of it is just what man told you. Why? Because they don't know the Bible. They don't know God. They don't understand God. That's why they gotta only let you. That's why you're only taught what they think is wrong. You're only taught what God. You're only taught about God according to the understanding they have, man. Gambling ain't no sin. Now, is gambling the best thing to do? No, it's not. You know what I mean? If you're spending your rent money on gambling, then you do need to stop. But is gambling a sin in the Bible? No, it's not, man. Is being angry a sin in the Bible? No, it's not, man. But here's the problem. Because they don't know God, you're taught God by the precepts of man. You're taught God according to what they think is wrong. They tell you gambling's wrong. Meanwhile, they don't have no issue sleeping with another man's wife.
Right.
They tell you gambling's wrong. Meanwhile, the pastor has no issue with robbing you every Sunday, man.
Right.
And that's the problem. They serve God according to what they think is wrong. That's what
Can't say like talk about God. A pastor man to be a man, pastor and a man, two men looking face to face. The pastor didn't know. They didn't get married. A man could read and
That's right. Now, if he served God, he would go, well, according to the Bible, homosexuality is wrong. I cannot marry you two. I'm not going to do no ceremony for you two. But guess what? He worships himself. And when there's money involved, then God don't really see that. We got to understand. And to say this phrase, which ain't in the Bible, if you know not God, you know not love. And that's not in the Bible, man. That's nowhere found in the Bible. In the mosque, you're taught God by their understanding. Look at every London rapper, man. They follow Islam and they're drug dealers, man. They're selling the crack. They're selling the heroin. They're selling the weed. And they follow Islam. And no sheikh ever says to them, listen, you can't be in this mosque and you're selling drugs. Why? Because they're taught the precepts of men. You're taught the understanding of man. Like, listen, you got to make your money, man. You're in London, a fast city where everyone needs money, man. Allah wants you in Balenciagas, man. You know what I mean? With Allah, He don't want you suffering. You know what I mean? You're serving Him, man. You're serving Allah. Allah don't want you to suffer. And that's the problem, man. You're taught God by the precepts, by the understanding of men. Read on.
Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people.
So the Lord's saying, because they serve me according to their understanding, I'm going to do something marvelous with them. and we're gonna find out what that marvelous work is. Read on.
Even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish.
And there, man, that's the marvelous work that the Lord did. Meaning, anybody who you think is wise, their wisdom is perished, man. Their wisdom is gone. You go to them like, nah, man, you know what I mean? He's been to a theologian school. You know what I mean? He's been a pastor for 30 years, man. Come on. I'm in his church. You know what I mean? He's been to theologian school. You know what I mean? He knows a bit of Hebrew, a bit of Greek. But guess what? The Lord took his wisdom. You go to your black imam. You know what I mean? He's in his Arabic studies, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He knows the Quran. He's memorized it. And his wisdom is perished, man. He don't know nothing. And the Lord says he would do that. Read on.
And the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid.
And the understanding of their wise is hid, man. Meaning, outside of here, nobody ain't wise. I know everyone thinks Akala's wise. Everyone, you know, nah, Akala, man. You know what I mean? You gotta talk with him. No, I don't, man. I ain't gotta talk to nobody. You need to come here and learn. That's what you need to do, man. And the Lord says, every wise man among us, they're not going to have no wisdom. They talk about Africa, talk about all this wisdom, but here's the problem. On this earth, there's many nations. Talking about Africa, that's vague. In Africa, there was Egyptians, Sudanese, Congolese, Zimbabwe, Ghanaians, Nigerians. So who are we, man? You can't talk about Africa and go, that's us. So which part are we? And guess what? What did they like to say? We're all Africa. Africa's the black land. Says who? Says what? Says what history? Says what records? None of them. Look at early Egyptian history. Egyptians killed the Sudanese, man. Egyptians killed the Ethiopians, man. Egyptians robbed the Ethiopians. So how is Africa all one? When early African history showed other African empires killing and robbing other African empires. So how you going to tell me Africa's one? It's the black land, Pan-Africa, when that don't make no sense. Read on.
Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark.
And who's that, man? Our leaders. They think they can hide their counsel from the Lord. Your pastor, in his mind, he believes the Lord don't see what he's doing. Although he says to you, God sees everything, he doesn't believe it. While he's robbing you, while he's sleeping with your wife, talking about Bible study, he believes God just don't see it. And he believes his counsel, his desire is hid from the Lord, man. Read on.
And they say, who seeth us?
And that's your pastors, that's your sheikhs. They go, who sees us, man? I'm robbing these people, and they follow me wholeheartedly. And who sees me? God sees you, man. The God of heaven and earth, he sees you. Although you don't believe it, there's an entity out there, and he does see you. Read on.
And who knoweth us? Surely your turnings of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
So what they turn upside down, we respect, man. Your pastor talks about, Sunday service, Easter, and we esteem it, we respect it. But guess what? It's upside down. Everything you learned in church, it was upside down. Everything you learned in the mosque as a black man was upside down, man. And you respected it. You thought it was right. Everything you learned by your Rasta high priest, that was upside down, man. Read on.
For shall the word say of him that made him, he made me not?
No sweat. Give me Isaiah 55 and 8. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's get that before we get out. So for those of you that don't know, it's spreading all over the radio widely. What's her name? Dottie.
Yeah.
Dottie. Yeah, the nice lesson that I would convert any time of day. But anyway, that's for another day. She called it Wiley because he had something to get off his chest. He was venting, and it wanted to talk about people using the genre of grime for their own use. Now with Wiley, for those of you that don't know, in the genre of grime, he's like one of the founders, like he's one of the people that he done grime when people thought it was stupid, people thought it was just like dumb robotic music. So he's upset about something. So first gonna play the video, then we're gonna get to it. Shalom, and the brother from the Bahamas too, man. Let's see it.
You know why you've been brainwashed? Let me tell you what a number one is. Go on. A number one is the week where it could be quiet or loud. I know Ed is big business, so don't try and I'm not saying he's not big business. What I'm saying is Ed Sheeran going number one means nothing to him. The sales mean something to him. Because people could go number one on quiet weeks with low numbers. He knows he gets number one, but that's not his thing. His thing is numbers, isn't it? Okay. So
right.
There's no way. This is what you lot do.
Stop right there. So now what he's saying is true. People don't make songs just to be number one. They do it for the money. So now this guy, Ed Sheeran, is saying, come on, he's doing it for the money with the song that he has with who's it with? Ormsey. They got him and Dormsey. They got a song where it's like a grime song. He's saying he's doing it for the money. He doesn't care about the culture. He doesn't care about like what people talk about in what people talk about the oppression, the struggle, about police harassment. He's doing it for money, and that's the point that Wiley is trying to make. Read on, like play on.
You lot let people with numbers. You think that you let them do what they want. They can't just do what they want. Oh, it's Drake. His numbers are massive. He can just do what he wants.
That's not a point, Wiley. No, listen. Wiley,
yeah. So now what he's saying is because people they're known in the culture of grime, you make them do what they want. And is he right? Yes. You mean like you can't make someone that can't even. So you can't make someone that can't even relate to it. Just make a song and it go big and everyone worships him. When who is he, man? He's not suffering like you. You know what I mean? He was in London before he made the hit songs he did. He was rich anyway. Read on. Play on, Saki.
Let me just say this one thing. No, my point is, does Ed need anything at this point?
So then why did you do it then?
Can't he just want to do something?
Alright, so then we're not. So listen to me. I just told you. So when Ed wants to do something, it's okay. But when we want to do something with Ed,
I start right there.
You know what I mean?
Now you see, let me tell you this, man. If you ain't in the UPK, you are a coward, man.
Right.
And I'm gonna explain why. What does it mean by we? It means black people, man.
Right.
But it's so scared. When we want to do something, and you know what I'm saying? That what? Listen, man. Say it as it is, man. You got a white man called Ed Sheeran who made a grime song, and everyone's kissing his ass, man. You know what I mean? Just say it as it is, man. He doesn't care about grime, and because of his race, everyone just allows it. Like, yes, like if he does it, he's gonna make grime blow. Meanwhile, when we do it, no one acknowledges it. Do you know what I mean? In so many words, that's what he wants to say, man. But again, if you're not in the UPK, you are a coward. You're scared to talk the truth, man. Read on, play on.
We can't. But Ed can, because he's got numbers, yeah? You have been brainwashed, but you know what? I'm not mad at you. I've got love for you, and you're my don. But everyone needs to stop this saga of the person who sold so much, and everyone loves him, and he's got the X factor, so he can do what he wants. No.
Oh, the thing is, Wiley, I'm just playing devil's advocate with you. I'm trying to make you see what some people are saying.
Hold on, wait, don't play devil's advocate with me.
All right. So of course, in the East London accent, he's got, you know what I mean? But what he's saying, it's like, because of who you are, it's like you can do what you want. And now, guess what's going to happen now? Whenever you talk about grime, everyone's going to look at him now. he's going to be the face of it one day. And Wiley, he sees that. While as many of us, we're happy to take anyone, man. A white man does reggae music. Oh yeah, man, Kali Buds. You know what I mean, he's the new biggest thing, man. But who is he? You've been doing reggae since, you know what I mean, like the 1950s, man. And when he comes, all of a sudden, everyone must bow down and acknowledge him, man. And likewise with this here, man. You know, in Deuteronomy about the laborers shall another nation eat up.
So you put a question yesterday.
What was the question?
Oh, that's a question yesterday, no one answered.
You type in the question again, then you know what I mean, see what's up. What's the question?
No, it's a question. No one answered. Yeah, that's one yesterday. You remember anything else?
What's the question? But between that, give me Deuteronomy 28 about a nation that we know not shall eat up. And then the other one about you should go mad for what your eyes have seen.
So how do we know where each tribe comes from?
Hmm?
Question is, how do we know where each tribe comes from?
Well, in the Bible, it gives us indicators. Yo, if you believe in the Bible and you believe that the Bible is a prophetic book, then you know, of course, in the Bible there is prophecies on where these tribes would be. You know what I mean? So we'll get into that. And also, there's a 12 tribe lecture done by Captain Carter. Also, let's give him a hand for that too, man. That lecture right there, that was very in-depth. So also look for that, because it's not to say, you know what I mean, to break it down, it's not just something I can do right now. I can give you some fast bits, but if you want it in-depth, you know what I mean, if you send the link of the lecture inside there as well, that'll edify you more than what I can do in these 5 minutes. But first, give me one in Deuteronomy, then I'll give you one as well just to answer that. If you said it yesterday, then of course we'll answer it as well. You got that?
Deuteronomy 22:33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation thou knowest not eat up.
And then, man, every labor, let me tell you something, man. You know what I mean? When I was young, when I was like, you know what I mean, 13, 14, 15, the whole genre of grime, that was just about, man. And guess what? It was us that started it. It was Israelites in the ghettos of East London, man. Israelites in the ghettos all over UK. And it was their way of venting. Americans had rap. Englishmen had grime music, man, garage music. And guess what? Ed Sheeran makes one grime song and everyone's kissing his behind. And that's why Wiley's upset. The labors that you do, a nation that you will know not eats it up, man. He the benefits of it. And that's why Wiley's upset, man. Because he knows, listen, they suffered, they got shows banned. And guess what now? Ed Sheeran makes one grime song and what to do? Everyone's serving this man. Read on.
And there, and thou shalt only be oppressed and crushed away.
And then, man, that's us, man, oppressed and crushed always. You start it, and guess what now? He's gonna be the face of it. That song with Stormzy, Ed Sheeran can, you know what I mean, he don't grime. And also his verse is trash, man. I don't know if any of you like ever heard it. You can tell that it's finding it hard to even stay on the beat. Like as you're listening, you're like, okay, like he's struggling. It's struggling. You know what I mean? It's not even good. But guess what? He's the face of it, man. You know what I mean? Him and H, and then what's the other one? JK, who's atrocious, man. You know what I mean? They're becoming the face of grime. Meanwhile, it's your thing, man. You suffered. I remember when I was younger, grime was banned. You know what I mean? You would go to an event going, you know what I mean? I want to hear Lethal B. I want to hear Wiley. I want to hear, you know what I mean? Whoever was big around them times, and shows got banned, man. And now look, he's the face of it, and they're going to forget you. And that's something that Wiley knows. That's something that he can see, and no one else can't see, man. Again, the other one about you should go mad for what your eyes have seen. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28. I'll find it, then I'll address the brother's question as well. All right, so you got the link. You know what I mean? That's in depth, believe me. how I'll break it down in that lecture, you'll get that times 10, man. Believe me. All right, you got it for me? Do you want? You don't know, so it can quickly scan through it. But that should go mad for the ICF. Through the land. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 34.
Deuteronomy 20:34. And thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou seest.
And there, man, one curse that we will suffer in the Bible is that we should go mad for what our eyes see, man. Meaning, you work so hard, man. You make things, and then an oppressor, he gets all the accolades, man. You made grime in the ghettos of Hackney, in the ghettos, you know what I mean, of all East London, where really it began, you know what I mean? And what happens, Ed Sheeran now, you know, he's the new grime artist, man. He's a new grime sensation. And you go mad for what your eyes see. And that's what Wiley is going through right now, man. That's in the Bible. You know what I mean? Anything you invent, some oppressor, he takes it. And everyone knows him for it. And you go mad for what your eyes see. You're like, hang on, this is awesome, man. You know what I mean? This was about our struggle in the UK. Grime was talking about what we went through. And now, you know, Ed Sheeran and H and JK and these horrible oppressors, they get all the respect for it, man. Their songs get played on Radio 1. You know what I mean? They're getting all the airtime, all the concert time, and it's not their music. Read that one more time.
So that thou should be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
And there, man, what you saw with him Wiley on Radio 1, he went mad for what his eyes saw, man. So that's on the class, unless he wants to like a little fast breakdown, try with Benjamin. Yeah, we'll be up in time. All right, yeah, brother, watch the lecture. Any questions after the lecture, do bring them in and we'll answer it. But the lecture should be suffice, man. The lecture is great, exciting, entertaining, and edifying. Everything all in one. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Priest and Officer of 5,000, Karafia.
With the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 1 to the 50 Hall, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be salutes only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will call each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, with 10 for the Hebrew or Aishara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or the teacher. Priest fund, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocations is Feast of Trumpets, removal of the trumpets, or I capture the bulletin board in the hallway and check all I.S.U.P.K social media. If anyone wants to be a troop in the school, stop wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, headscarf. Yeah, and by them.
Yeah, we're up on time already.
No sweat. Come on, cousin. And the Lord's Prayer, Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kudash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malachwaka. Daba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Washemayim. Thundanawa. Nakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalakanawa. Kabawafnawa. Kasalakanawa. Kabawafinawa. Wala'ah. Sabayainawa. Wanasaya. Abor. Hawashainawa. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Lakab. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahapara. I will and in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from
evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. And with that, the one clear salute to the teacher, men of Israel. I.S.U.P.K. I.M.A.D.I.M. Barak. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yajamata. Sar, please turn. I.M.A.D.I.M. One clear salute to the sisters. I.S.U.P.K. I.M.A.D.I.M. Barak. Yahweh Shema Allah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yajamata. Class dismissed.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah.